Happy Nut Day.
Just look at all these amazing nuts in front of me. I love nuts. I love delicious, fresh nuts.
Thank you, Martha. Well, this is sad. A tech bro has launched Endless Summer. It's AI that will put you in fake vacation photos, so it looks like you went somewhere fun even though you didn't. And the app will also place you in Halloween parties with a costume if you don't feel like going out to Halloween parties but want to look like you did. Got viral. This guy's a musician. He's played more than a few weddings, so he's heard a few maid of honor speeches. Here then is his impression of every maid of honor speech ever.
Webster's Dictionary defines love as, I promised myself that I wouldn't cry, but Caitlin and I have been through so much together. Spending the summers playing with Barbies at my dad's beach mansion, to fighting over Dylan and Blake during middle school. We have literally been through thick and thin. I'll never forget the time at brunch where you said you were going to get one pitcher of mimosas, but you ended up getting two. Caitlin, I'll never forget that. I just want to end with a Chinese proverb, live the laugh you love, or you'll never love the laugh you live.
Yep. I think you got it. The AWS outage of the other day took out something I'd never thought of, smart beds. Beds connected to the web. And of course, you got the app in your phone. Am I sleeping properly? And without Amazon Web Services, it said that the smart beds were stuck in high temperature settings and in the upright position. Man, you know what? I don't want a bed that is reliant on that. I'll sleep all right without it. Smart bed. Not everything has to be smart. I mean, look at me. Indianapolis, police there arrested a 23-year-old woman for shooting a man dead in a road rage incident. She opened fire after he honked at her because she didn't go at a green light. So I'll be thinking twice about honking in the future. In South Korea, a woman caused extensive damage to her apartment complex after attempting to burn up a cockroach with a homemade flamethrower. When I was a kid, my friend next door liked to make flamethrowers with his mother's Aquanet cans. Did he go on to a life of crime, of arson, of mayhem? No, actually, he served with distinction in the State Department for decades. I saw him a couple of months ago at my mother's memorial. You wouldn't know that he was flamethrower guy when we were like 12 years old. Yeah, that was pretty stupid, wasn't it? We could have blown ourselves to kingdom come. I never did actually hold the flame in the can. I think I was like, nah, I'll let you do that, man. I'll just stand over here. The things we did to entertain ourselves back in the day. We didn't have all these fancy video games. Although he was the first kid on our block with an Atari. So this must have been before he got the Atari. He was making a flamethrower with Aquanet cans. Oh, good times. Incheon in South Korea, a rental car operator will do 3 months in jail for attempted extortion of 2 K-pop singers. They had rented a vehicle, and he pulled footage from the dash cam that clearly showed them canoodling in the back of that van. He said, I'm making this public unless you give me $7,000. And he was sentenced this week and didn't get his $7,000. In Alabama, a jeweler who lost an eye to an illness has had an artificial one made with a 2-carat diamond embedded in it. It looks cool and yet really creepy at the same time, like a Bond villain type deal. Diamond Eye. That's a Diamond Eye, Diamond Eye. It's my Bond song for Diamond Eye. Not very good. I'll work on it. Eureka, California. Bear wants to see how other half lives. Zookeepers gently escorted a wild bear back to the forest the other day after it had climbed a fence at the zoo and made its way, of course, over to the bears. I'm looking at a picture here of this bear up in a tree observing the bears in captivity. I'm sure he was like, man, I don't know about this. I want to go back. And so they helped him go back. Well, this is pretty wild, and I've seen this a time or two. Maybe you have as well. Musicians undergoing brain surgery are asked to play during the procedure. You are not put under for these procedures, right? So while the surgeons are doing their meticulous work, it actually helps them for their patient to play their instrument to make sure that they're, I guess, hitting the right spots. Here's Denise Bacon playing her clarinet during surgery to relieve some of her Parkinson's symptoms. Well, that's pretty good, playing during brain surgery and all. Her doctors report she's already seeing improvement in her motor function, which is great because she'll be able to continue to play the clarinet, which is very important to her. Our brains are pretty amazing. Finally, if you've been around 5-year-olds, you know they can become suddenly obsessed with random things. Dinosaurs, of course, very common. But this kid, Ryan Ramos, in New Jersey, was learning about the presidents with his mother a couple of years ago and saw a picture of Jimmy Carter and became obsessed with Jimmy Carter. For his 5th birthday, young Ramos wanted and received a Jimmy Carter-themed birthday party. Can you imagine his friends going, "Who's the old guy on the cake?" His mother started documenting all of this on social media, and it turned into a whole thing. The late president's daughter, Amy, sent a swag bag, and so did Habitat for Humanity, which, of course, for decades, President Carter was intimately involved in.
Do you know who this is from?
Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, it says happy birthday from Habitat for Humanity. We heard about your amazing party and that President Carter is your favorite U.S. president.
Oh, Ryan, here.
Wow, look, it says Jimmy Carter and the Rosalind Carter Project. Wow, look at that.
He's a screwdriver.
Oh my goodness.
He got the drill so he could snap.
So now who could you be like?
Jimmy.
That's Ryan Ramos, his mother, and his brother. And we see a picture here of the birthday cake with Carter rendered into the icing. Pretty amazing what they could do with the icing these days. I wonder if Jimmy's brother Billy was represented at the party, right? Maybe this kid is a drunk uncle. Yeah, I'll play Billy. Comes in with a 6-pack of beer. You know, yeah, some of our more experienced listeners will remember Billy Carter and his Billy beer, which you see in antique stores from time to time. I think I saw at least one can at an antique mall in Springfield. No, I didn't buy it. I'm sure it's probably no good at this point. Simpler times back then, no question. All right, that's where we'll leave things on this Wednesday.